Thank you.
Hello, 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 everyone. Got a couple of you in here. We're waiting on Manny. He had to go get a Diet Coke, so he'll be with us momentarily. But until then, you get me to entertain you. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Lamira. Hello, Ilana. I probably mispronounced that. I'm not really good at names at all. Dina, Jay. What's up, Jay? So, like I said, Manny will be back momentarily. He just ran to the kitchen to get a Diet Coke. And we are going to do some more VT Chronicles. She went live shortly after we got off earlier today. And from what I hear, she was only on for a half hour. And yet again, it's another rant about the school shooting. And I don't know, I'm probably going to say this wrong. Uvalde, at the Robb school. So I'm not really good with the rolling of the W's and the R's and all of that, so bear with me in my pronunciations. Oh, look, he's back. So, VT, we're going to stream her little half-hour rant about who was in charge and the mistakes they made. Like she knows.
Whatever. And I'm only showing it because it's like 30 minutes long. I'll be honest with what happened with the news we got earlier about Marvon. This blows away anything that she's got to say. So, anyway, did you get into that yet?
No, I didn't say anything about that.
Okay, so Marvon McCray apparently has woken up. His eyes opened.
Yes.
His eyes opened enough for his mom to see the whites of his eyes. They were able to remove the
breathing apparatus.
The breathing apparatus. So apparently he's breathing on his own.
Yes,
that's a good thing.
Very good.
I believe they said he acknowledged his mother.
Oh, so his mind is there.
That's another good thing. So
that's good. So, we're breathing on our own. We know people. That's good. These are all good things.
And I got this news about a couple hours ago. I just didn't want to put it out there. When I posted it, I had received it about 30 minutes before that. But I didn't want to post it yet because I was trying to get a confirmation somewhere, and then it finally was confirmed. Somebody, we'll call her Inbox Angel.
Inbox Angel, I like that.
And confirmed
Undercover Angel.
So he's awake as of right now, and as soon as I get more info, more updates, I will pass those along. I didn't want to go to Molly's page. It's a weird situation over there, and she's feuding with somebody else, and we got our own feuds to worry about over here. I don't need to add more.
I didn't know we had any feuds over here. Am I that out of
it? Drama, I should say. Drama.
Okay. Well, I don't like drama. If I want drama, there's Lifetime TV. Although my crackhead is enough drama for me.
She's a ton of drama. She's a handful. Hey, Facebook user. I see somebody on the comments from Facebook that says Facebook user. If you're coming in from the group, my group, the Manny Behind the Mic group, there's a link at the top. There's a couple of websites showcased, pinned to the top. Click on the one that says StreamYard, and that'll allow your name to be shown here. Otherwise, it's going to be if you want it to be. Otherwise, it's going to be shown as Facebook user, and that's no fun. So,
yeah, and there may be 3 or 4 different Facebook users in here, and we won't know who we're talking to, or
West Coast.
We won't know who we're addressing.
All right, West Coast. So he's not awake. See, everything I get is different. West Coast? Where did you get your news from? Who are you getting it from? How much can you confirm, and where did you get your information from? Let me ask you that.
Facebook user
or maybe I was too enthusiastic. Maybe he's not awake, but he did open his eyes and react to his mother. That's what I got. That's what I got.
Hi, Sarah. So Facebook user says there's no link, so they're probably on the wrong page, Manny.
Yeah, I'll get it for you. Stand by.
Hey, Cheryl. These nods. Well, I guess that's better than these nuts. Ah!
These nods.
Chucky. I like Chucky. Chucky. Have you ever seen the movie Player One?
Hang on. Facebook user, I'm going to put the link here. You can copy and paste that. There you go. Is Chuck in the house?
Well, that's Facebook's user's name is Chucky. So, but have you ever seen the movie Player One?
Nope.
Okay, well, it's about video games and everything, but I'm not going to get into it. But and it's a reality world type situation, and they're kind of like attacking somebody in the virtual game, and somebody takes the Chucky doll, and we all know who Chucky is, and throws it at somebody, and the guy goes, "Fucking Chucky!" and throws it. And then when there's that little Irish girl, who bitch at Chucky, fucking Chucky. I love Chucky. Chucky's awesome.
No, can't see you yet. Can't see you yet.
She's so excited. Who's excited, Lori?
So she saw his eyes open. Is he off? How much of my information is bad? Is he off the breathing machine at least? That's the information I got too. Maybe I was a little too enthusiastic about, oh yeah, he's up doing jumping jacks and stuff. That's not what I meant.
Maybe you were. Dama, you just need Louise now.
Okay. So now more than ever, I'm going to try to get the info. We do need a female host, but you know what? None of them want to come on. Nobody wants to come on. That's the honest truth about needing a female host.
Hello, Gloria.
Hey, everyone. So I'm going to continue to monitor the developments about Vaughn, that he apparently we thought he woke up, but his eyes opened a little bit, and I think they said he reacted to his mother. That's what I gathered earlier. I'll see if I can get more info. I hope.
Yeah, Manny, you might have to issue a statement retraction.
Retraction. Hey, at least I'll admit if I need to make a correction, right?
Absolutely.
I'm not saying he got up and started running around the track at the hospital, but getting off the ventilator, I think that's a huge step. At least I believe it to be.
Well, anytime anybody opens their eyes from a coma, I mean, that's leaps and bounds over where you were.
Yeah. All right. Let's. What are we gonna do? We got a video to watch, right?
We do. Crackhead TV at its finest.
The video is only 36 minutes long, so it's short. It's just a few minutes compared to what we're used to the last couple of weeks.
Now there's a thank you, Jesus.
All right, let's do that. So get away from the porn music just for a moment.
Same outfit. Yet again. You couldn't change clothes.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I'm not even going to pretend to know what's going on.
And we have a new pair of glasses.
The question has been asked: does she even work?
Well, if she charges for every statement made on her little live stream, she doesn't need to work.
Can anyone confirm?
And I did say if she charges, because I don't know.
Can anyone confirm if you go to her page and you go to comment on one of her live events? Was there a charge? Do you have to pay to be able to comment? Has anybody done that or tried that? Let me know, because that's one thing I got in my inbox yesterday. Would explain a lot. Hey, Nadine. Nadine, your mom is L.A. Naya. Look up to 8 stages of a coma. It will explain what Vaughn is going through. Oh, okay, cool. I'm going to do that. 8 stages of a coma. All right. Let's play a little of this insignificant 36 minutes compared to, possible good news coming out of Yuma, Arizona, that Vaughn is starting to react. But I'm going to look that up. In the meantime, let's.
And maybe it was Mom's voice that woke him up too. I mean, sometimes that's all you need to hear.
Maybe she needed to be there. She needed to be there.
But then again, we don't know the whole situation yet. We don't know nothing yet.
Yeah, so that's why I said reports on the post that I put up. And nobody is talking. That's the problem. And anyway, we'll get into that later. Let's do some of this and for your entertainment.
Hello, Shonda.
Hey, Shonda. Alrighty. Rolled videotape. You got your air conditioner vent blowing on your phone microphone. So
It's not me, it's her.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh.
I'm trying to tell her, but she don't hear me.
Ah.
Hello.
And look at her bottom lip.
This video is about Uvalde.
Is it really?
My name is Vanessa Tijerina, and I'm coming at you live here in the Rio Grande Valley, South Texas. I hope all of you are doing well. If this is the first time you're watching me, I've been very interested in what happened in Uvalde, Texas, in the county of Uvalde. May 24th, 2022, a gunman went into the school, shot, went into room 111 and 112, an elementary school, and shot. Fired on 2 classrooms. Wounded 17 that survived being wounded. 19 children passed away and 2 educators. So I was reading an article right now, and I don't know if you all know because this just came out 2 hours ago. Some of you may know. Thank you. My day's not over yet, but thank you. It's going. It's. I've had worse. I've had worse days, but Chief Arredondo. Many of you are following me because of Uvalde, and
Maybe I'll see if
the
I can
tables are turning.
Jump on with Molly after this is over. Maybe if she's still on.
I think there's going to be justice.
You think?
It always feels so good when you think that there's not going to be justice, and then there's going to be justice.
Moxie, I'm okay with that.
If you
I'm
remember
okay with that.
correctly, I'm just going to tell you really quickly. When all of this started, they did not implement active shooter protocol. Well, they initially did. And then we find out after much confusion and a lot of lying to our Texas governor and the director of the DPS, Steve McGraw. And after the governor literally, without wanting to and without knowing he was misleading Texas simply because the officers that were involved misled Texas. The reason that this is such a big deal is because this is unlike any other school shooting and any other mass shooting we have ever seen ever in American history.
Oh, ever in American history.
It's not just the fact that it was an elementary school and that many children were wounded, that many children were injured, passed away, and that many two educators died. It was because there was hundreds of officers of every level of law enforcement that showed up. Now, I got a lot of hate when I first started talking about it.
Because you don't know what you're talking about.
Share this with the people in Uvalde because I'm sure
you know she likes that word hate.
But I still want them to.
She does.
And you did something, Uvalde. Your questions at the school board meeting, it did something. I told you.
She's probably an HR nightmare at work.
Start doing things. There's some things that I'm suggesting. I'll suggest at the end of this. That if you haven't done, I would highly cautious you. I would urge you to do it, okay? So look at what your activism got you. A lot of parents voice their outcries, and they have been, and I love it. Y'all are going to the city meetings. Y'all need to start going to the county meetings.
I apologize for her.
Because deputies did show up.
The audio is off from the video.
You all have control over that too. You may not have control over the law, the marshals that showed up and maybe failed you, or the federal level, that failed you. You may not have control over the troopers that failed you or the rangers that failed you, but I guarantee you that Steve McGraw, the director of the DPS, is. I said yesterday they have already launched a real investigation.
Hey Moxie, you can go to my page, Manny Behind the Mic, and send me a direct message right from there.
Because I believe it was 17
my
law enforcement agents.
Phone number is there too, my business line for this page. I can't find my phone, so I hope to find that tonight sometime.
Literally.
Turn on Find My iPhone.
The problem is that the active shooter protocol that was in place was post Columbine, and the chief of police.
Hey Nadine.
Tried to tell everybody that he was not the one in charge. Because this was a disaster. Everything that was learned from Columbine was not implemented. Now you saw the video, you see everything, it was not implemented. And it should have been. What they did was they didn't even touch the doorknobs. They made one attempt to go after the shooter. They lied and said that it was a barricaded subject. The reason that all these officers assumed and believed it was because Chief Arredondo told people it's a barricaded subject.
Did you just come up with his name earlier today?
But I think that was also a lie. And I don't think he...
What, be kind to nipples?
Yeah.
That.
Probably.
You had a work order on one of the two doors to get into the adjoining classrooms. So you knew for what, a year or two, that the door wasn't locking at all? For 2 years? Okay, there's that. Then there's the fact that you never even got somebody to go look through the damn window to see if he actually barricaded the doors. But the biggest thing is you didn't even try to touch the doorknobs. Legit. Didn't even try to touch the doorknobs.
How do you know?
All of that shows me that he completely wants.
How do you know? Because from the one camera angle we have, you can't even see down the hall and around the corner. So how do you know what they did? I'm just asking an innocent question.
100% lied. Now his lawyer is going to try to convince everybody, and if this man is stripped of his immunity, and is able to be prosecuted, his lawyer is going to make the defense that his client was not the commander.
You see this? She's already got the dude in jail.
I'm sorry. That's the flaw. That's the only flaw. You see, because once an active shooter, there's two ways to go. If it's an active shooter, you keep going at the shooter no matter what. If there's victims dying left and right on the floor, you have to ignore them, because your goal is to go right at the shooter, right at the shooter, right at the shooter. That's why I made videos of trying to explain to y'all how important this was, because even during their active shooter training, officers are trained. Some of them have to, hey, we need some people to act like bodies on the floor. Okay, come on. We're doing that training that we always know to do because it's post-Columbine. It's been in place for 20 years. So every officer, the last 20 years, has literally, it's like nurses knowing HIPAA. Yes. It's like nurses knowing HIPAA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Lisa Lulu is telling me so he's not awake. Did he open his eyes earlier? I asked a question somewhere else and I don't have an answer. They're not getting back to me yet. So I'm going to try to get the answers.
Yes.
Okay. Nurses know HIPAA. Okay.
So if I put something up that he was awake, calm down. Don't freaking have a freak out about it. If I got the information wrong, I'll correct myself. I'll correct it. Maybe I'm a little too enthusiastic. But just calm down. I'm not trying to send misinformation on purpose or anything like that. So, Jesus.
Every nurse, every doctor, every medical assistant, everybody, anything. And it's not even just medicine anymore. HIPAA is just so far reaching, and it's a federal law. So these officers knew of this post-Columbine active shooter protocol. And you could go one of two ways. If it's an active shooter, you ignore all victims on the floor, even though it sounds callous. But the point of doing that is to neutralize the shooter, because if you stop to render aid, you're literally wasting precious seconds. They wasted 77 minutes. Let's say 74.
Oh, she gave them the benefit of the doubt and took 3 minutes
because
away.
Now we know that he could
be
neutralized in 3 minutes. Tessa Lynn, don't worry, y'all. I'm not going to let the haters or the doubters or the naysayers stop me from giving you the rest of this message. But okay. Tessa Lynn, you have to be new to this page. You have to be.
Oh.
You have to be. Oh. Because nobody that's been following me for the last 6 weeks, you have to be new. I'm guessing a whole gaggle of you white ladies that don't like what I've been talking about in the last couple of weeks regarding Karens and stuff like that and the way that I'm dealing with them, because they've been coming after me for their reasons, right? And so I think a lot of y'all called a lot of your friends, and a lot of y'all have now come over to this page. So if you are new, and you have to be new, then you have to know this. Everything that's happening right now, if you didn't know, I predicted.
She predicted it.
You can come naysay me all you want, but if you go through all of my videos...
Oh, she's psychic.
All of them.
She is. She's clairvoyant. Look out.
I predicted everything. Everything that I thought was going on, that they were hiding, everything that I thought that they were lying about, I predicted how badly that this was going to get. People came after me and were like, why are you saying police are going to get in trouble? Because this is bad. Because it's that bad. I got a lot of hate for it. And every single thing, nearly every single thing I predicted is now unfolding in that way.
Okay. You got hate because you were spewing all of this crap 24 hours after this tragedy happened. Like the family and the community had enough going on.
They don't need to deal with you two.
Grieving and in shock over what happened, and who knows what's going through their minds. And you're going to start spewing all this crap like if you were there. And you think you're right about all of it?
No, she knows she's right.
Yeah.
In her own little world. In the world of Vanessa S., however you say her last name, she is right.
Not even going to say it.
I don't know how to
I
say
believe
it.
strongly. So when you hear me telling you this, I made a video. Go down below. It's like 4 or 5 posts below.
Hello,
I went all the way back to May 28th because for 3 days I was getting a lot of hate. And I was like, you know what? Let me read the timeline of the shooting and let me read them the active shooter protocol. Post Columbine. From the first SWAT team member that showed up at Columbine. He, for the last 20 years, has been all over the United States teaching all these kinds of officers this that I'm telling you. So if you're new to this page and you think that you're going to come over here and try to naysay me, you're setting yourself up to feel really foolish. And if you don't care, then you don't care. But you're not going to disrupt this. You're not. I'm going to keep on going. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm saying. I've literally had to wait 6 weeks forever to be vindicated. And this is actually the shortest time it's ever taken for me to be vindicated about anything I've ever said. Most things have taken years and months. And during that whole time, they're laughing, they're naysaying, everything. And it wasn't until that day in the video below this. 4 or 5.
Maricela, yes, we are live. This is a live. We are live. She's not.
Yeah.
Her live was from earlier.
Listen, let's do this.
But we are live now.
Everybody's telling me that I
9:36 p.m.
Here's the federal law. This is what they should have done. This is what they didn't do. I read it. I quoted it. Everything. And in the beginning of that video, I made my intention known. That at the end of this video, no one would be able to reasonably object to anything that I said.
I doubt that.
Because I came with receipts.
She came with receipts.
I am not in the business of trying to look like a fool whenever I speak.
Bullshit.
I know that every statement that I make, whether it's a sassy statement, whatever it is, could be used against me by the public in any way. And the last thing that's going to happen is that with something so serious as the bloodiest school shooting in the last 10 years, that I'm going to be wrong on it. Or that my predictions are going to be so far off.
Well, if the shoe fits, sweetheart.
I always have a target. And I always aim higher. And I always reach my target or exceed. So please, if you're new to this page, I don't care if you hate me. Just know that. You're going to show yourselves no matter what. You're either going to be the type of person that hates that's going to be silent, or you're going to be, and then one day I'm going to say something that's just going to force you to not have any self-control and show yourself. Or you're just going to start hating from the very beginning, which some of you may do in this video. I haven't seen any of your comments. And
all right, I've adjusted my comments on the Dre Vaughn situation. Now, in haste, I forgot what I had put in the title, so I have made that correction. Something a little more subtle, so I apologize. Don't freak out. I made the corrections.
Frankly, I don't care right now because this is serious. This happened in a really small community where people didn't care enough. And I'm so sorry. I'm apologizing right now to you, Uvalde, for all the people that are laughing. Just ignore them like I am.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For all of this happened in a small community where if people didn't raise enough awareness, literally these people would have gotten away with it. They tried to lie to the governor. The governor openly admonished them for lying to him. And it's not just any governor. It's the most popular or notorious, whatever you want to call it, whether you love him or you hate him. He's the one that's known the most in the United States. You out of all the governors in every state, the last one you want to lie to, and especially if you're law enforcement, is going to be Greg Abbott. That's the last one you're going to want to lie to, especially in Texas. And they had the nerve to do that.
Oh.
That
And
was
you
the
know this
first
how?
biggest red flag. And that's what I was trying to convince people, that should have been the first biggest red flag as to how bad these officers were lying. So this is the thing. Sorry that people are over here trying to, the ones that have been following me, y'all already know. The ones that are new here are like, how do you know everything? I've already proven myself. Regarding this matter, I've already proven myself.
We're almost halfway through.
My deepest condolences, Liz Santos. Please ignore the people laughing. She says,
Yeah, because if they're laughing, they must be laughing at your dead family member, right? That's why they're laughing.
my nephew lost his life on that day in Texas, the school shooting. Okay. Well, take a little bit of solace in this. And I know you're still grieving. And I know that he'll be forever young. And I'm sorry. So there was a 20-year protocol.
The heck was that?
The heck was what?
Did you see what she did?
Uh-uh. She's a 12.
Virtue signaling. One more time here.
Be forever young. And I'm sorry. So there was a 20-year protocol that should have been followed. And there was a flaw in that protocol that I'm going to explain to you right now.
What's up with that bottom lip?
Which involves Arredondo.
Somebody want to explain this to me?
A huge flaw. They learned a lot from Columbine. And like I said, you had two choices. You go straight for the shooter and only the shooter. You do not wait for a SWAT team, because pre-Columbine, active shooter protocol was like, no, you do not go forward until you get a SWAT team here. The massacre and the carnage at Columbine showed people and changed all of the federal law. To now you go after the shooter. You do not wait for a tactical SWAT team. You don't wait for nothing. You go and you keep going and you keep going and you keep going. Literally that aggressive. Literally as aggressive as I'm telling you is as aggressive as you have to go after that shooter. This exact aggressiveness. You do not go do anything else but go after that shooter. Nothing. You try to get into windows. You try to do anything you possibly can. Anything, whatever it is, whatever it takes. Even a vehicular breaking through the wall. All of it.
Yeah, just run a car through the wall.
This is how we try to cover everybody's asses. He thought not only was he going to look like a hero because he saved 500 plus children who were not in the line of fire while he sacrificed everybody in room 111 and 112. He also knew that he was going to look like a hero to all of the hundreds of officers that showed up that didn't do their jobs, that they were all trained to do.
So she's claiming he just wanted to be a hero?
Yeah. That's what I got out of that statement.
Which is, you go after an active shooter. But this is how he covered their asses, or he tried. He tried to convince the whole world and the governor and Steve McGraw that it had turned into the second choice, which is the barricaded subject situation. And basically what the barricaded subject situation is, you stop going to, that means there's nobody in the room or in the space with the shooter to be saved. We all know that was a huge lie. Or that he's alone in the space.
Smashing a police car through the wall of a school to make something happen. Is that in the active shooter handbook, you think?
I don't think smashing a car through a wall is in the handbook, but I would think trying to distract the shooter would be.
I'm sure there are techniques, but if you can't get to the kids and you can't empty out a classroom, you're not just going to ram a car through a wall.
Yeah, because you don't know where the people are in the classroom. You could be running people over
So
and killing them.
bless her heart, really.
She's trying. She is. She's
Really.
trying.
And that he truly barricaded himself. None of it applied. But by lying and trying to convince people to do that, then it relieves you of your obligation. It relieves you of your duty. You are now meeting the standard of a barricaded shooter. But he was an active shooter, not a barricaded. But yeah, nobody's ever going to know. So we're going to say we met this standard. And if we meet this standard, then we're all covered.
So once the gunshots stop,
That's why he lied.
and they don't know where the hell he is,
Waited an hour.
and there's no more shooting going on,
Basically, what barricaded subject protocol is
I don't know. Do they assume he's barricaded somewhere, or they think they got him cornered somewhere?
Well, I mean, when we were watching it
shooter
on the 24th, they said once the shooting stopped, and this was on the news, that it was no longer treated as an active shooter.
Right. That's what I gather too. So most likely he was holed up somewhere in a closet.
Which would be a barricaded individual or a hostage type situation. Don't know, but
I don't know.
There might be a little bit, like a tiny little bit of truth to what she's saying here. Just a little bit.
Barricaded subject.
Thank God it's only 15 minutes left.
Scenario is now.
And if she's not going to attack any of the people commenting, this is going to be a real boring 15 minutes. I'll tell you that much.
Is what used to be what you would initially do pre-Columbine.
Also, I'm glad she's not attacking people.
You can't do that when it's an active shooter.
But she enjoys
because
the hell
you waste
out of that.
time and you sacrifice lives. This is what his lawyer is going to say.
Oh, she knows what his lawyer is going to say.
His lawyer is going to try to argue that he wasn't the commander. And that's the flaw that I'm telling you is in that. Out of all this, there's going to be changes to that legislation, just like there was changes to this active shooter protocol that was in place. This is the same protocol that was in place before Columbine. It was just readjusted regarding the outcome of Columbine. That's why you have the first team member, SWAT team member that showed up at Columbine that's going all over the nation because he's the one. He was there. He was there. He learned from it. He knew from it. He saw it happen, and they saw ways that they could have saved lives.
Mm-hmm.
And Arredondo didn't let that happen. His lawyer is going to argue that he wasn't the one in charge. And this is what the parents need to have to insist. Super simple. It's very simple. Who was making the executive decisions that day?
That's the problem. Nobody was.
Whoever was. That's the commander.
That's the problem. Nobody was.
You can lie all you want.
Yeah, I mean,
you can.
One of the cops should have just.
But whoever was making commander moves
cojones
was the commander.
Went in and got the job done.
Whoever was telling people to hold back, whoever told the SWAT team, whoever said it's a barricaded subject protocol, whoever made those calls, whoever said, you know what, we're switching from active shooter to barricaded subject. Whoever, that's a commander. That is a commander order. Whoever made that order, you're the commander.
Yeah, and if that's protocol, he was following protocol. Simple.
And each department and each different whatever, they all have different protocols. But like, she's the expert. She knows it all.
You can lie all day long and say that you're not the commander, but whoever made the commander orders, you're the commander in charge. The flaw in that law is that there was nothing specific to state, but he is the commander, so don't let him get off like that. Because if you were making commander moves and you were the only one making commander moves, you were the only one that was telling the SWAT team to hold back, then you were the commander. If those 77 minutes passed because of your orders, you were the commander, no matter what you say. It was you. The flaw, and it's going to change. Watch. This is another prediction of mine. It has to, because it only makes
another
sense.
one.
You see, once higher level officers started showing up, the county, DPS troopers, rangers, all of them, there was nothing written in the law, and it should have said. It should have been written, and this is what it's going to change to. Watch. They're going to make something and create something to address this flaw. That when a higher level agency, whether it's state, whether it's county, whether it's state, whether it's federal, shows up, they take over.
Bullshit.
They take over. It doesn't matter if you were the chief of the school. Sorry, sir. Sorry. Active shooter protocol states that whatever higher level commanding agency comes in, they are now in charge of the situation.
Yeah, I don't know that that's a fact. I don't.
No, she's
Had that
predicting
already
that
been
that's
in
what's going to
place,
happen.
Then Arredondo would have been forced to relinquish his executive functions that day. And children may have had more of a chance to live, because then you would have had a marshal in charge. Somebody that has more training, who has had more ethical standards. Somebody more than a chief of police of a school. Which is probably what, I bet you anything that state troopers are also, after they change that law, state troopers are everybody's going to have to be retrained to the new protocol. And so when you hear in the news that there was a new law that was made, and now everybody has to go back, and retrain. And now, if DPS troopers show up, and if a Texas Ranger shows up, they take over the whole thing. But then if a U.S. Marshal shows up, they take over. Department of Homeland Security shows up, they take over everybody. FBI shows up, they take over everybody.
I don't know that that's necessarily
because that's
true.
what should have already been in place.
No, they got to go on jurisdictions.
So that was
and they have to get written.
Do not let Arredondo's
orders.
lawyer,
Yeah.
because he's going to have to fight zealously for his client.
Oh, would you look at that? She's flashing. She's like a little ghost, in and out.
25 minutes left. We're at 25 minutes. There's only a few minutes left. Is it coming back? Let me refresh.
Wrongdoing. And I explained to you the reason that they needed to find him of no wrongdoing was because that would have been able to help the prosecutor, your district attorney.
Joe.
Say, well, that would have helped her.
Welcome, Joe.
Not be able to pursue charges. Because shit, if the place that he works at is saying that he didn't do anything wrong, that helps him. Maybe he didn't. And you give that to a grand jury, and a grand jury will most likely say, well, if the school says he didn't do anything wrong, he didn't do anything wrong. And who is your grand jury? It's anybody off the streets. It's not the smartest people. Please don't think that the grand jury is the smartest people in your community. No. And district attorneys know this. That's why in the United States, you can indict a ham sandwich.
Oh, you can.
That's what they say.
Did you know that?
Because that's how easy it is to get a grand jury to indict or not indict. Now, I don't think what happened today would have happened had Uvalde's parents and community members not gone and done I love y'all. Y'all did such a good job. Y'all really did. Y'all scared the shit out of them. And you know what? That's what they needed. They needed it. They needed it. They needed to know that the world is watching. They needed to know that you're getting loud. They needed to know that you're being backed up by not other officers. I love that other police officers were now starting to speak up against this, because for 5 weeks, 6 weeks, it was only the people that were outraged and then me. And they're like, you're not an officer, you don't know anything. And it wasn't until I did that video and said, I don't need to know anything. All I need to know is the rule book.
She doesn't need to know anything.
That's all I need to know.
She just needs to know the rule book.
Once you learn the rule book and once you know the code, and if you apply their actions to the code and it doesn't match, then you find a violation. You find the code is their standard.
Oh, the code is the standard.
Their code is their standard operating procedure. Post-Columbine active shooter protocol was the standard operating procedure. Once you know the code, once you know their playbook, and you saw that they didn't play by the rules or they didn't meet those standards, that is the very definition of neglect. So now what happened after your school board meeting?
Definition of neglect. Remember that.
Your superintendent today has announced that he is suggesting and urging strongly that Arredondo be fired. Isn't that a big change, right? That's a huge change.
Well, that ain't
from
no
the school board.
That's no freaking surprise.
And just hold on. When voting time comes around for your school board, don't forget that these people voted prematurely when they shouldn't have. And if I were you, Uvalde, I would get some of your people from that side of town to go and run for those seats. Seriously. Seriously. Don't forget that people naysayed, people in power, people on boards, school boards, held meetings during your grief. Don't forget all that once you win, because I have a feeling you're going to win. You're going to get justice. You are. I'm saying it. I'm manifesting. You're going to get justice, okay? And you have to speak it every day that you're going to get justice. I don't care if you just say it really quickly. I'm going to get justice. You speak it into existence. And justice you will get. So on Saturday this weekend, Saturday or Sunday, they're going to vote on firing him. So before Monday comes, we're going to know if he still has his job or not. That leaves him then open and up for scrutiny. He should probably, he needs to, in my opinion, he needs to.
She hasn't spoken to anyone at Uvalde. Not a soul. Literally, not a soul.
It's very rare that a police officer is stripped of his immunity. And when you failed this badly, that many children and teachers, if you don't make an example out of one of those officers or more, depending on how badly anyone else behaved, if they fell below their guidelines, if not one officer gets stripped of his immunity and is able to be prosecuted or civilly sued, then America will never see justice to the degree it needs to see justice. Because if any case were to prove George Floyd, it took George Floyd, the outrage for George Floyd, to get Chauvin, to have Officer Chauvin's immunity removed. And that was a hard fight. It shouldn't be this hard this time. It shouldn't. You had everything there. And for whatever reason, one man decided to let so many people down. And that led to the loss of 21 lives and 17 injured. That's all I have to say. That's what this was about. Your activism worked.
Nothing else?
It worked. And I'm sure the 77 pages was very revealing. And I'm sure the video was very revealing. And I'm going to remind you again, parents.
4 minutes left. 4 minutes. What's that look? Is that a virtue signaling? Just This is about Uvalde.
Is she frozen or did you pause it?
I paused it.
Oh,
There's things that you all are sending me. Those things you also need to send to your senator. Those are very important things. And your Senator Gutierrez needs to follow those leads. He is in a position to do that. He has a whole cabinet. And those are very serious things that you all are sending me. Very serious. Extremely serious. Okay. That's it. You did a good job.
you
have
did a
to keep
good
it up.
job. Keep it up.
Because I guarantee you, we don't know if this is done out of the goodness of their heart or if this is done because it's like, oh shit, we really messed up. We should have never had that school board meeting. We should have never found him. Yeah, you shouldn't have. And remember, the parents that were angry that the video was released, remember what your mayor said. He didn't want you to hear the gunshots, and some of you may not have wanted to hear it, but your lawyer needed to hear it. And had they not leaked the actual video with the audio and everything, with him walking in, remember, your mayor didn't want to show you him walking in or for you to hear the gunshots. Please remember. And if somebody gave you a pep talk, I have a feeling, honestly, and you parents from Uvalde can tell me that I'm wrong, and I'll admit it.
You're
My
wrong.
guess
You're wrong.
is that the mayor spoke to you before you all spoke to the news, and that the mayor told you, I am so mad that they did this. I am so mad. I'm so sorry, parents. You shouldn't have had to see them. You shouldn't have had to hear those gunshots. You shouldn't have had to relive this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
But if I'm not, and he did tell you that before your press conference, that means he was pumping you up on his side for his benefit, for his outcome of his city,
for his outcome.
For his outcome.
and of his friends at the school. If
Wow.
I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But think back to that day. Who was the person that was apologizing to you or telling you or saying, I'm so mad they did this? Did they do that before you spoke to the news? Because if they did, they were probably using your emotions and manipulating you. Because the truth is that he didn't think you were going to focus on what he stated. And what he stated was, that's not the video that we were going to show them. And your lawyers needed the leaked video.
It wasn't leaked.
I can tell you right now, there would be less outrage, and probably this, what I'm telling you in this video, probably would not even be happening had that video not leaked. No joke. You would have gone to that.
When did this become a leaked? That video, when did that become leaked?
About 2 minutes ago, she said it, so it was leaked. No, they released this video, and if I remember correctly, I want to say 3 weeks after the shooting.
Parts of it were, yeah. But this is like the full video that just came out last Sunday. But it wasn't leaked. You know, all this. Yeah, somebody said it earlier, and you wonder why people are pissed off at her.
Just well, you know, everything that comes out of her mouth, everything that comes out of her mouth, she says with such conviction, and she truly believes that it's the truth.
We got about 40 seconds left here. Let's see if we can hang in there and get through the 40 seconds.
At school board meeting, and you wouldn't have been as outraged to speak out the way you did. Had you seen an edited version, a softened version. And that's what they wanted you to see. That's why they were so mad. Not because they cared about your feelings, not because they cared about you being re-traumatized, not because of any of that. Mm-hmm. They cared about you being angry in the way that you should be. Take care. Take care.
Take care. Until tomorrow. Well, or until midnight tonight when you decide to come on and talk some more about it because you know so much.
And she's got this stoic look, just so.
She looks like she's staring off into space.
She tries not to blink, like she's. I don't know what you want to call it. I think it's virtue signaling at its finest.
But remember, she's on the spectrum, so she doesn't interact well with others. She doesn't communicate well.
So, was the video released too soon? Let's see. The video came out first, and then the report. Or was it the other way around?
The video came out first, and then the 83 pages or 85 pages, whatever it was, just came out like Wednesday, I think.
No, today is Wednesday.
Last week.
That report came out. No, the report came out Sunday.
Okay, Sunday.
So, the video was released last week, Wednesday, maybe something like that. Whatever our date was of playing it, I think it was like the day before.
But I remember the news saying, the news saying that a lot of the parents whose children were killed in this whole tragedy, they didn't even want to see the video, hear it, or anything. And I'm right there with them. I wouldn't want to see it or hear it.
I don't blame them.
I don't blame them one bit. And here she's saying they didn't want you to see that. They wanted you to see a softened version.
But there wasn't really anything.
Who the heck are you?
But I don't know. I mean, there wasn't. It wasn't graphic.
The only graphic thing was the gunshots, and even then, it wasn't graphic visually.
Right.
And the only reason it was graphic is because you knew in your mind what was happening.
Right. Yeah. And then after the fact, because now we know the officer in the corner who was looking at his phone, the other officer, somebody had a daughter or a son, or a daughter or a wife that was in there. Now that we know that whole story, well, now it's a little tougher to watch because damn, that's the guy, that's the officer. He's talking to his wife, and the other officer's got a kid in there, and so I can understand why they won't want to see it. I mean, nobody would want to see that, right?
Yeah, I mean,
but I think it's important that it was released. Because I mean, when would they ever be ready? In another week, another month, 3 months, 6 months? I mean, they may never be ready to see it. And if they don't want to, they shouldn't watch it.
When they knock this school down, because I guess that's what they do now after a shooting. They knock it down and rebuild it like they did with Sandy Hook or Shady Brook or whatever it was called.
Sandy Hook, yeah.
Sandy Hook, like they did with that. And I think that was one that started that whole precedence. When they do rebuild the school, I feel that they're going to be having cameras in all the classrooms. I mean, you're pretty much going to see every inch of wherever is going to have a camera view, except, of course, the locker rooms and bathrooms and things like that.
All right, let's switch gears. I've got a video clip someone sent me of Molly Golightly's page when they got the phone call relating to what's happening with Vaughn. And let's watch some of that real quick. Let me make sure I got the right video here.
They really should put panic rooms in schools now, too.
Yeah, something's got to be done, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let me get this video queued up here. And I have not seen this yet. So if it's something horribly bad, we'll find out in a minute. All right, let's see what we got here.
She got to see her baby today.
Yes.
It was a supervised visit. Andrea made a deal with her with the lawyer that's representing Letitia. And the deal was, well, she can see him, but she can't bring in a camera or a phone, and the stepdad and the son can't be there. But she did get to see him today. She's very, very happy. But there's more good news. Tomorrow, the stepfather and her brother get to see him. So there'll be another. So
high five, ladies.
Everyone.
High five, ladies.
So she did get to see her baby. I know it's amazing.
I want to hear about when somebody called in to say that he was awake. Hang on a second. Let's see if this one is it. Nope, that's not that one either. I am looking for another video. Okay, I don't have him yet. That's the only video I got. Well, I'm glad his mom got to see him. I was just hoping to hear about, him opening one of his eyes or both of his eyes, or more details on that.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's leaps and bounds improvements there. And let's hope that, it continues to get better.
But I am glad that I'm glad that mom got to see him. That's very important for a lot of people involved.
Well, yeah, and I'm glad that Dre or Andrea or Andrea, whatever her name is, had got a little bit of heart to allow it to happen, because I mean, for the longest time it sounded like it was never going to happen.
Yeah, if somebody's got more of that audio or more of that video, it's in that video when she calls Von's mom. Yeah, but I only got this 1 minute clip on this one that I was sent. Which video? All right, hang on. Bam, do me a favor, do a little tap dance for everybody. Let me look for this stuff real quick.
Do a little tap dance. I was just going to get up and get a soda. Fact me in the ass. Do a little tap dance. Well, so what should we talk about? Somebody give me a topic. Next topic that pops up, we'll talk about. Well, Manny sits there and deals with his situation. The Slayer, that's her name. We're calling Dre the Slayer. Well, we don't know that. We don't know if she. Yeah, we don't. I don't want to even put anything like that out there.
Okay, I think I got a clip. I think I got the video.
Okay, lay it on me.
I think I got it. I think I got it. All right, ready?
Pretty background.
Yeah, right. Christmassy.
Yeah.
Okay. You're live on Z100.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Letitia. It is Molly Golightly, LB, and Justice for All.
Yeah, that's Von's mom.
And about
Hey.
5,000 people.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hey.
I heard you had an eventful day.
I had a blessed day.
Blessed day.
Yes. It was so, oh my goodness. I felt like today was like when I first had him, when I first brought him in this world. It really was amazing. And I knew he knew I was there, because I reached down and kissed his hand. He let out a smile. When I reached over to kiss his cheek, he turned his head towards me. And when I say, he was like, "You're not going to give me no pay." My son is no longer on the ventilator. That is true. He is responsive.
He's
but it's
responsive?
not all the time.
He's
It's
responsive.
every now and again. But when I tell you, it was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Oh,
I put my hand in his hand, and you can feel him trying to squeeze it. I prayed over him. I asked him, I said, Marvon, open your eyes. Would y'all believe that I saw the white part in the pupil of my son's eye? It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful.
She saw the white. She saw what?
She said she saw the white of his eyes and the pupil, which means he opened it slightly.
He opened them.
Slightly. Yes.
Yes. And they were pretty much turned up to the eyelid, but he actually opened them. I'm going to tell you something. I didn't know what to expect when I walked in that room. But it's like the Lord said, you know what? The first time, and probably for the past couple of weeks, I wasn't prepared. But today, it's like I walked into, oh my goodness, y'all. If I could just describe the feeling that I have right now. And I didn't share not one tear. I did cry a little bit, but I waited till I left out the room with it. Because it wasn't tears of sadness, it was tears of joy. And I really do thank everybody that made this possible. Really made this possible. And I'm going to just say this. What's been on my heart since yesterday was how can I forgive?
Yes.
How can I forgive? And I just believe that if I don't forgive, then I am not going to move forward if I do not forgive. So I'm going to say this publicly if it's okay.
Absolutely.
Andrea McCray, I forgive you. And I pray that you forgive me. But Marvon is the main reason that I know you and you know me. And we all know each other right now. So we got to just keep prayers up for him that hopefully he'll progress. And behind closed doors, I do want to say this one thing. The fight is not ending. Because we got a baby on the side that needs. And Raza needs me. He needs his dad. And then you guys know what else. I spoke on that last night and I meant it. So let's just, that chant that you say to me, Marvon, open your eyes. Molly, thank you.
You're welcome.
Because from the time I walked in that hospital to the time I left out, to the time I'm sitting here talking to you guys, it's Marvon, open your eyes. And I saw him today. I saw his eyes open. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That's sweet.
I'm so happy to hear that you got to see him and touch him and that he responded to you.
Yes.
And there's a part of me that feels like when you're saying, I need to forgive, there's a part of me that wants to say, oh my goodness, maybe Andrea was telling the truth in some way, shape, or form about him showing signs of him moving.
Life.
Yeah. And she said that he was getting better. You know what? For that, Andrea, I apologize that I didn't believe you. I apologize. And I thank you for giving this opportunity to his mother and now his stepfather and his brother.
Yeah.
This is open your eyes, Marv. Open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes. We've been chanting it, and it turns out, I have to say that, Miss Letitia, I've covered, and so just for 4 years, I've been talking about these horrible cases. And with this one, it's...
I hope
so much from
his mother is
friends that say, Marissa, we are not getting...
His mother is very big to come out and forgive Andrea. I mean, not knowing exactly what the details are and what's happening, right?
Yeah, there could be years of hate and love and whatever going on there, just like with any family. But for an apology, a heartfelt apology, which that's what it sounded like to me. I mean, wow.
Now, I don't know if I would be
First
so
step.
quick. I don't know if I'd be quick to apologize to Dre. We still don't know all the details of what happened.
Right, and we never will until Von makes a recovery and starts talking.
I have not been one to jump the gun. I know I've been playing the videos and people are saying things, but I was not comfortable saying, "Oh, she's trying to kill him," because I don't know that was true. I know something is wrong with her.
It's easy to jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, but I did not want to come out and start doing shows every day and saying, the whole anti-Dre thing. As far as I'm concerned, it's still not cleared up yet. I mean, why would you lawyer up? I have a problem with that.
Yeah, that's a little out funny. Yeah.
If it's completely legit, you've done nothing wrong. Why would you even lawyer up? I mean, but that's besides the point. So now, let's see if he's, he obviously we're not out of the woods yet. He's still
Got a long recovery ahead of him.
Yeah, and we don't know if he's fully responsive. She said he was responsive, but we don't know if he's looking around or moving his head or moving his arm. We don't know any of that. And we'll just wait to hear back from his mother. And anytime I can catch a live or broadcast it, whenever she's on, I'm going to do that. Because she's the only one that's going to be giving us the answers right now. Oh.
Just knowing that he is off the vent and that he knows his mama is there.
When I say, if you would have seen that smile, I was like, oh my goodness. I reached down and kissed his hand, and he let out just the biggest smile. And oh man, oh my goodness. And all I can say is thank you, Lord, thank you, Jesus. But this is amazing. And hopefully tomorrow, when we go see him, that we can report a little bit more.
Yeah. Did you tell him? Did you say it's Mama? It's Mama?
Oh, when I walked in the door, I say, your mama's here. Can you hear me? You can hear me, Molly?
I can hear you. We're listening. Okay. We all have our mouths open.
Oh yeah.
Justin was crying. Justin was crying. It's the first time.
I'm sorry, but those are tears of joy.
They are.
Okay, so when I walked in, because we had to get suited up and everything. So when I walked in, I was like, "Your mama's here," and it's like you could see the monitor, like the heart rate just climb a little bit. And then it went to beeping a little bit. So I was like, hold on now, I hope he's not. Then when I touched him, I could just feel the energy. Yeah. So he knew I was there.
Wow.
He knew I was there.
That's awesome.
And oh, goodness.
Have you got
it's like he turned his head to kiss me back, basically, when I reached down to kiss him. Yeah.
Did you get to talk to Rochelle and your children?
Yes, I did a group chat with them, like a group text with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone is so excited. But just like they're saying, we need him home. We want him home. It's gonna take a little time, but it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
He's gonna come back.
That's right. But just like I say, he's going to be the one have to tell this story.
Yeah.
He's going to be the one.
Yep.
Oh, Justin.
If not, then we'll do it the other way, right?
Unfortunately, we don't want to do that. Yeah. We don't want to do that. And I just want to let you know that Miss Wynette absolutely supports you. She said that at this time, you guys are the priority. She asked that other channel to take her Cash App down and just to promote the GoFundMe for you guys. Yes. And she's very, very happy. And Marvon Sr. as well. And yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful day for your family. It is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. July 20th.
Aw, is there anything that you need that we can do? I know none of us know where you're staying. None of us know where Marvon is. No one's gonna ask.
Yeah,
that was part
of the deal.
That's part of the deal. And I can't wait until you go back tomorrow, and I can't wait until he hears his brother's voice.
Yeah,
it's gonna be.
And my husband is excited too.
Good.
And just like I say, now that I saw whatever the Lord has in store from this point on, all we can do is just wait on Him. So, thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
And as far as anything I need, you guys have done enough. You have done enough. You've done more than enough. More than enough.
This is going to be a long journey.
What do you need? What do you need?
I'm like, it's like a different time zone. So I look at 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, oh my God, I missed a text from Molly. I'm like,
no, we aren't sleeping. Me and Dustin get our best work done at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're like me. I'm a early morning person.
Yeah, and we get to bed around 5 and then we're up at 7:30.
Yeah.
Did you find anything?
There you go. So I'm gonna stay watching.
Okay.
I'll probably comment, but I'm here if you need me.
Well, you got 5,000 people with their prayer hands and they're praying for Marvon. And Elle is showing her love. Elle's another one for your voice. LB is on panel. She's a voice for them. Oh,
Hey, Miss Letitia.
she's
I'm
got
so
6
glad.
kids.
Yes,
It's a good
I'm
one.
so glad you got to see Vaughn. I've been praying
put
so.
the
We
most-
all have. We all have.
She put the most beautiful video together about this whole case in 30 minutes with pictures. And she caught my eye immediately. And I said, I really hope that I thank you so much for her help. And honestly, I want to thank every single person with a YouTube channel that has made, you got Paris, you got all of that.
So we tried
I just
to
want to thank the members of the chat, subscriber.
it's a good thing, and I know he's not out of the woods yet. I hope this is progress. Moxie, I was looking at the 8 stages of coma, and there's a bunch of different things there. So I'm not exactly sure which one to go about it to look at. And yeah, somebody said, well, just because she forgave her, it doesn't mean that she's without guilt.
Oh, right. Absolutely.
It's possible she may have meant well, but it's possible that what she was giving him made it worse. Made his condition worse. So again, there's still a lot of questions up in the air, and hopefully they let the mom stay there for as long as she wants to be. And yeah, good for her. I'm glad he was able to respond to her.
Yeah, I'm glad she was able to see her son.
She traveled. A lot of people donated. They helped her along. There were people who lived near the road, that she took all the way to Arizona, that said, hey, if you need a place to stay, to sleep, to crash, to shower, to eat, to rest, come by the house. Our door is open. and she had a lot of open invitations like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is, and sounds like she's doing the right things with the money that's been donated to help her travel. She's using it for travel and for whatever she needs while she's on the road. And I hope that Marvon can come out of this. And if it means have his mom there all the time, then you know what, his mom should stay there if that's going to help his cause. And then see what happens. See what happens with Dre. If I'm not mistaken, Dre is restricted from visiting him, or at least not unsupervised, or something like that. And so I don't know those details. But anyway, good news. Vaughn did respond to his mother, opened his eyes a little bit. She was able to see the white of his eyes and his cornea and everything. And she said she felt like he was responding. So hopefully that's a good sign. And any additional news that comes out of that, I'll definitely put that up there. And if anybody has something, if you do have something else on it, you can drop it in my inbox. I'll gladly take a look at it. I didn't want to play the whole thing. The situation with Molly, I don't know what's going on with that, with her. She's fighting with, feuding with, Without a Crystal Ball. That's the other page. Katie, right? Katie something.
I have no idea.
And yeah, I'm not. You know what? Like I said, we got our own drama with who that we just saw the video earlier.
Yes, my crackhead TV.
And I don't want to jump in the middle of this and put myself in the middle of this just to draw attention or let them work that out. I'll just stay here watching from the outside, and I'll try to get you guys the most accurate news possible. Sometimes I'm a little overexcited, so I posted today, "Oh, he's awake," and my apologies for that. But I made the corrections, and the titles of the video and the descriptions have been updated. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened with Molly, and I know that Without a Crystal Ball has got some issues. There's a bunch of legal stuff that she's going through or being accused of or something that's not good for the resume. And yeah, and I don't know what it is. I've been told, and somebody showed me a list of certain, but like, yikes. Molly, hey, is that you? Is that Molly? Molly, you want to come on real quick just for a minute?
Hi, Molly.
Lightly talking about this. We don't have to go into super detail. If you want, Molly, I can put that link here if you like. But yeah, I don't know. We don't have to get into it in full detail if you don't want to, but feel free to give us the finer points.
Yeah, I mean, if she said she'll come in for a minute or in a minute, I mean, it's nice to have an update from other than what we've seen here in the video you got playing. Maybe
yeah, especially
she's got a new update that she can pass along to us.
Yeah, and even if not, it's nice to have Molly, the one that broke the news on the video. Molly, there's the link when you get a chance if you want to. That would be awesome. Gotcha. Where's your link? So I gotta say, that was good news coming into the video, even though I was gonna stream Vanessa anyway, but the news coming out of here about Marvon is much better than whatever
it's exciting.
She had to say. Yeah, definitely is. And yeah, I keep thinking about it now. Maybe I got a little too excited. Say, oh, he's up and around. He's awake. Like, sorry, I just wishful thinking, right? Yeah, I'm glad. I was just thinking about him earlier this morning. Man, it'd be nice if he would react to his mom. That's what I kept thinking this morning. It'd be nice if he would react to his mom.
I'm excited she actually got to see her kid. That just warms my heart.
Hey, woman.
Hey, guys, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm disgusted, really. I just put out a video.
Yeah. Oh, you left me. Click back.
No, there she is.
Oh, no, that's not her.
Oh,
That's that's our new admin in training.
oh,
Moderator in training. Molly, click back in. You left the chat. Oops. Yeah. So anyway, it's good news. I'm glad. That's makes my day. That's for sure. Makes my day.
yeah. I mean, what I wouldn't give to be able to see my mom again. You
Right.
know, so I mean, it warms my heart that she actually was able to see her son and and have some sort of interaction with him. I mean, that's very
Yeah.
special.
Hey, Molly.
I'm
Hi,
sorry,
Molly.
That's okay.
nice to meet you guys. Yeah, today was an extra special day. I think that people were notified that finally I was able to say some things that were asked of me confidentially, and
Mm,
I listen. I respected the girl's father. I respected Letitia. I respected the father and his wife, all of them. And today was a big announcement, and I knew a lot of facts. And today was the time that we were allowed to tell them this family doesn't want anything to do with this Katie Crystal Ball chick.
yeah. What is up with that? Now I feel bad that I was on the show. I was out with her last week for a little bit.
I wish I never talked to her. I don't know. I didn't know what a bad reputation she had.
Mm,
But the thing is what's most bothersome is, this really is about something very serious, and these people wanting to make drama out of it. It never ceases to fail. And then what she did, she's mad that they don't want to talk to her. And then Letitia comes on with me and Justin and says, "Oh, I got to see my baby." There were certain pretenses where she was able to go see him. um you know no phone, supervised visits for
yeah.
a certain time, and the husband and stepfather couldn't come in, and no one's allowed to know where he's at. I don't know what hotel they're staying at. I don't care. I don't it's not my business where Marvon's at. But what happened is this KJ is just out for blood because she just wants too much, and we gave her that chance. But what she says, this is a problem. She keeps putting out speculation, and we
Mm,
we can get into trouble for that
yep.
legally.
Yep.
I mean, Vinnie Politan sent me a text message yesterday, and he said, "Marissa, we know about the story, but we can't go on speculation.
Right.
It's dangerous." And I get that because I've been dealing with this for so long. So anyway, she gets this chick, Charvon, all riled up because I happen to say a certain creator is blah blah blah, and Marvon thought it was about her, not Marvon.
Oh.
Oh my God.
No.
Sherelle thought it was all about her, and no, it wasn't. Sherelle is kind of making this a race issue.
Oh boy.
They're making this an issue, and a comment that Sherelle made that I don't like, and I'll never accept an apology for it, is she was like, "Okay, all right, you guys are done. You can move along. We can have it now. We'll take care of it." Number one, she's not a true crime commentator. Okay, she was talking about Wendy Williams' psychological problems. That's
Mm,
what she's making money off of. Me, I'm donating and donating and donating and raising money for this family and doing whatever I can to help. I don't deserve to be treated like this. Or Justin. We've been working night and day, and you don't get to tell me 3 weeks later that we're dismissed.
mm.
After the mother didn't go up on anyone's channel saying, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have my baby. But the thing is it's not just me and Justin. It's about our followers that donated. It's about Facebook groups. You were there immediately. When I asked for help, you're a very small channel. We took it. You were there from the first day, Manny.
Yeah,
Really was.
that was that first night, the first or the next. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like the Vanessa connection.
Great.
I know, but yeah, I think that it's a huge disservice to Marvon and the family to keep going along with this drama crap, because it may be miscommunication, but I don't like threats.
Yeah.
And this woman, Sherelle, is not going to tell me about myself, especially acting all tough over the internet. And she does not know me. She does not know that I get off of my ass and I go to these stories. I'm very confrontational. I confront pedophiles. I confront bad people. I confront murderers and child abusers in their face.
That's I saw you went to some guy's construction site job and you were out there with a sign. Yeah. What is that? That's
the Summer Wells story.
Oh.
He's a pedophile. Way. He's in jail now.
Where he needs to be.
So this is what I do. I was the first. I was the one that was at Gabby Show's boyfriend's house, Brian Laundrie, the one that brought the dirty basket for their laundry. I started yelling at them. They got me on tape. They put me on the news. It was me, Bullhorn Betty, and Jonathan Lee Riches that got the family out to talk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about a pat on the back.
Yeah.
We know that these pressure campaigns work. And what have I been doing since day one? I've been intimidating the hell out of Andrea.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's still bad. I just mentioned this. Why somebody who's innocent, supposedly, why would she lawyer up?
Did she?
That's what I heard.
Oh, see, that's what you heard.
See, that's what I heard. See, that's what, yeah.
The bad part is all of the future evidence against her was recorded and put out by her.
Yeah.
Lots of confidence. She's going to end up spending everything that she has made and put aside on legal bills. And now the biological father of the daughters put in an emergency petition for custody. This is getting bigger. And the thing is I'm very respectful. I don't ask anything, but Miss Letitia chose me. Apparently some reporters went out to her and they said, please, I can't do this. Just go through Marissa Zadinsky and Justin. So I have talked to reporters, but the story goes as this. He's not out of the coma yet. She hasn't been charged, and he hasn't been taken off the hook. So in a way, with Ray McRae, when she said, oh, he's getting better and better, a part of me believed her, and I'm sorry for that. Now, I don't like her actions, but I'm glad that she's allowing them to come in, and I'm going to lay off her for a hot minute. But the main thing I want to say on your channel is all of these stories turn into drama because of these petty assholes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this Sherelle person, but you and your 363 subscribers, I don't care. You're not going to make this a race issue. I'm Puerto Rican. Justin is a gay white male, okay? It does not matter that we are not black. It doesn't mean we can't discuss it. She said, all right, you guys are excused. We'll take over from here. Excuse me, McBitch, but where the fuck were you 3 years ago when we were up doing all the work? You think that you're just going to get it handed to you on a silver platter? Like as if I'm one of your producers? And no, and you're the star? No. She's like, oh, you want all the credit? No, I don't. I share it with LB and a panel with LB and Justin. I can't do this by myself. And there's no way that this Sherelle is going to go back to 2019 looking at these videos. Come on. And I stuck up to her, and some people were shocked. Some people, and I told her, I was like, let me tell you something, honey. I don't care who you think you are. You're not going to sit here and tell me about myself. I go, if you're going to say something, you're going to say it to my face. And I go, that's how it's supposed to be. But now I'm finding out that Sherelle was told something a little different. And it's all because of this Katie Joy. She is a poison. And she's got lawsuits. I have screenshots where Marvon's father is saying, and the stepmother are saying, please leave us alone. When I blocked her, she got me on another number. When Marvon's father got Marvon and they blocked her. They blocked her from 2 numbers, and then she started harassing them on Facebook. And I have the screenshots. Am I going to put them out? No, because that's drama. It's drama, and I don't want to do that to these people.
Yep.
It's not the time or place.
It's taken away from the news, the real focus, which is, Marvon, his mother, and his family. Where did she travel from? Where does she live?
They all live in Savannah,
Georgia. Okay, that's a long ass drive.
I know.
From Savannah to where? Texas?
To Yuma. No, Yuma, Arizona.
Holy cow, that is a long drive.
From Savannah? Yeah, I've done cross country. Driving through Texas is like driving to the moon.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very wide state.
And flat.
And flat.
Yeah. And then with the freaking gas prices the way they are, I can imagine with that just in gas.
The thing is the way I feel is if these big shots with a 250,000 subscribers are here, Sherelle's like, yeah, we'll take over. Oh yeah, well then where's the GoFundMe? Where's your donations to the family? Because we've raised thousands for them. She's not doing nothing. And then has the nerve to say, Marissa wants to line her pockets. I haven't gotten paid for this. I'll get paid for it next month. But I've given a lot. A lot.
Well, it's like a job. You spend a lot of hours. You spend a lot of hours online, discussing this and promote and telling the story.
Yeah, but Manny, it's like you feel so heartbroken. It's like, how can I help? How can I help? How can I help? Yeah. I just want to help these people. I really just want to help them. And I did. So Letitia goes on and says, if it wasn't for you and Justin, I wouldn't have seen my baby. Justin was in tears. And of course, the other ones that are trying to do this are like, oh, they just want the fame and the glory. Wait, what? Why? Because the mom said she saw her son? And so I'm the bad guy? Because she can't trust anybody? It's all bullshit, man.
Well, and I don't know if you're the bad guy, but I definitely think you're a very special person to do what you did.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome.
You about that, and Sam.
Yeah, it's what, we'll get into the whole. At least I will into that whole. Without a crystal ball thing at a later time. I don't want to take away from what's happening with.
Yeah, we'll do it later, and I want you to know we gotta have you back on, Manny. We gotta have you back on. We need you to talk a little more.
Yeah.
And your opinion, but we'll have you back on. Tomorrow I'm taking a day off.
Okay, good
for you.
I need it. I'm flying right now.
I know you're always awake. You need to go to sleep.
I know. I'm brain dead. I'm like one of the Walking Dead. But thank you for having me up and letting me explain. I put out a very interesting video about 20 minutes ago. You can play it for your audience if you like.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Go ahead. No strikes. You take whatever you need off my channel.
Gotcha. Right. Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
We'll talk again. All right. Go get some rest.
Bye-bye.
Right.
Good night, Molly.
Molly Golightly. Her page is on YouTube, Molly Golightly. And Go Lightly. Just the way you see it right there.
Yeah, we met Molly when Vanessa was hating on her and bullying her.
Yeah.
And then we invited Molly to come on with us. God, what was that? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
That was exactly 2 weeks ago. Yeah. At 2:30 in the morning today, So that video, remember the video when Dre went to visit Vanessa?
Yeah.
That freaking video at 2:30 in the morning has gone viral. It's been viewed over 200,000 times.
Holy crap.
And counting. It's going. And
Wow.
it's got thousands of comments. And it's been shared 600 times or something like that. Though it's getting around. It's very telling.
Wow.
It's kind of scary to watch it. If you haven't seen that video, it's the one that says 2:30 a.m. video or something like that. I got a thumbnail on it. You can find it. But yeah, that was an interesting conversation. And if I'm not mistaken, that was the last time that Dre went live. She hasn't been seen on the live ever since.
Well, and you have some other
pretty
videos that have gone viral too.
All these other videos are getting thousands of views, and videos that I've reposted that are of Dre telling certain stories and scary. I mean, people want to speculate. What did she do to Marvon? What is she feeding him? We keep talking about this thing called, we don't say the word. I'm afraid to say the word, but K is the word we'll say, the letter K. And you're supposed to take that in easy doses, like you mix it with your tea or a little with certain foods, you mix it in there. But Dre was taking these. There's a video of her taking a spoonful and then water and then another spoonful and then water. I don't know enough about that K to comment on it. I've read some things on it. I know it's got opioid tendencies, I'll call them, but I'm not saying it's an opioid.
It wouldn't be like Special K, like the cereal, would it?
No, I'll just say it's in the comments, and somebody will pop it up here, I'm sure. But it's I don't know. Ever since she went vegan, she starts doing this stuff. She's had a dramatic weight loss. She wasn't fat to begin with. She was just, I don't know, normal or maybe a few extra pounds, what you would call, but she wasn't fat.
So she was average.
Average. And now she's what I call dangerous, skeletal. To me, when you're that thin, yeah, that's the stuff. You guys can look that up. Thank you, Debbie, for putting it up there. These nods. Thank you for putting it up. So you guys can look it up for yourself. She's been feeding that to Dre, to Vaughn. It affected him somehow. And what happened with him hanging himself, I'm not even going to speculate, but that's what's been accused. How did he, would he do it to himself? How did she get him down? I even questioned that. Well, how did she get him down if he was hanging? She's so small and frail now. But him too, he was he's a Marine, he's a veteran. He was built with muscle. And the last few videos of him live, he's just got this real thin, frail physique on him. You just wonder. But I tried my best not to start saying, doing a live saying, oh, Dre's doing this and Dre's trying to kill him. And I didn't do any of that because I don't know the facts yet. So I'm trying to watch a little bit over here, a little bit over there, a little bit over here. Trying to deduct a few things, but it's not easy when nobody's talking. Everything is really speculation until Marvon's mom contacts Molly, and then they have a conversation. All right, now we're getting some news. So what a tangled web we weave. And then this whole drama with her and Without a Crystal Ball, Kate's her name. Katie Joy, right? KJ is what they call her. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that yet. And I don't want to take away from any news of Marvon. That could be good. Good news, I mean. That could be good news for him and his family. So get into that at some other point. Then I'll jump in and go, what the hell's going on with you guys?
What the hell? You need to be a little bit more. You need to go like, what the fuck?
What the fact?
What the fact? F-E-C-K, not F-U. It's F-E.
F-E-C-K. See, I was thinking it was F-A-K. I was thinking
Well,
fact.
that works too. That works too. As long as you're not saying the F-U, you're okay.
Yeah. So that was a nice update. We got to talk to Molly. She kind of fills in a little bit on what was going on there. There's things said about her too, and you know what? I don't know enough to.
Howdy, Mai.
One of the big things they say is that she's racist and stuff. I'm like, I don't know.
Who?
That's something that I
know.
Molly. They're saying that she's a racist person.
I don't think she's racist. Just from the little bit I've dealt with her and seen her, I don't think she's racist at all.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But then again, I give that benefit of the doubt to a lot of people. I hate to think people are racist because that I would not stand for sure. So I'm not just going to jump on that bandwagon and go, oh yeah, she's racist. No, not from what I've seen. She's just trying to help, and she has. She's done a lot more than a lot of other people have, including myself. But I just haven't felt comfortable to just jump in, and do, hours and hours and hours live on something when I didn't have the resources to get in touch with people. So I didn't want to put out fake news, misinformation. As far as, making money on this stuff, some people choose to do this for a living. So the views that they get, the monetizing, you know what? If somebody chooses to do this for a living, that's how you make your money. I'm not at that stage yet. I'm not doing this only for the cash. Is it for views and for subscribers and all that? Sure it is, I'm not going to lie and say it's not. I've talked about this on a local level. It's like, yeah, I do want people watching. And what's wrong with that? That's why we go live. We start a page so we can get viewers and we can talk and people listen to our nonsense or our silliness.
And I don't get paid whatsoever. I'm here for free except for the tips in the tip jar.
Yeah, right now. I mean, I just got monetized on Facebook on YouTube a couple of weeks ago, but I don't even know if I set that up correctly. So it's not fully functioning. But we just, the tip jar is there, and we're okay with that right now. We do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
But I'm not doing this to, I need this or I need that. Everybody, here's my Cash App, and just display it all the time. I know some pages do and some people do, and that's okay for them. That's hard for me. I'm not built that way. So there are expenses for the show. I would like to get taken care of every month, so I don't have to worry about it. And if I can do that from this, if it was only that, I'm happy. I don't need to become a gazillionaire from going live. Anyway, I've said a lot. Appreciate all of you. If you're new to our page, welcome. My name is Manny.
Absolutely welcome.
My name is Manny. I'm behind the mic. That is Bam.
I'm Bam, like Bam Bam from the Flintstones. And yes. Yep. Please don't associate me with Mr. Margera, because Bam is not his name. His name is like Brandon or Brendan or something. My name is actually Bam.
He legally changed his name to Bam, B-A-M. I don't know if you want to tell that story or not. At some point, we'll tell it next time.
Yeah, we'll tell it next time.
Yeah, we'll tell it next time. But there's a reason behind his. There's a method for his.
I did it. I changed my name for professional reasons, not personal reasons.
Right. And we'll get into that story next time too. We got to have a get to know Bam night. We got to do that. That's a good idea.
Nobody wants to get to know me.
Oh, sure.
They already know. They already know I'm a jerk. I like to cuss.
People like to jerk.
Like a Carl. I'm very callous. I don't sugarcoat anything.
That's all right. That's what people need sometimes. We need to hear that sometimes.
I tend to be, like I tell my family, what's left of them. And there's not much of my family left. It's just me and 2 nephews. But like I tell my family, I'm the asshole that says what needs to be said that nobody else says or has the balls to say. Yeah, I'm that guy.
He pretty much tells it like it is. He'll just come out and.
Yeah, I have no filter. If I think it's broke. I did have a filter at one time, and I'm trying to refix my filter because with Manny being monetized and trying to get monetized on Facebook or whatever Facebook calls it, I don't know. But they have this thing with cuss words. and
Yeah.
they like bleep you out, or they will delete what you're saying, and then hear me. I mean, F is every other word out of my mouth, especially MF. So that's why if you hear Carl, I actually mean MF.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Carl means MFer.
Yes. And there's a professional reason behind that too.
Yeah,
And
there
we
is.
actually have a
There is,
T-shirt on
actually.
Manny's merchandise page. Don't be a Carl.
Don't be a Carl, and I'm gonna put that right here so you can go check it out. If you want to buy some merch, some T-shirts, there's some fun T-shirts there. Tomorrow, starting tomorrow, is free shipping. So keep that in mind when you check out the shirts. You go to Manny's merch, MANNYSMERCH.com, and check it out there. Tomorrow starts 4 days of free shipping. So a bunch of T-shirts there. That's a Bamism that's on there. Don't be a Carl.
Don't be a Carl.
If you know, you know.
If
And
you don't, pretend you know.
Yeah. So anyway,
that's what I used to tell my people that I would train at work in the airline industry. I'm like, people can smell fear. I mean, they can smell it. And if you have to stand up in front of like a couple hundred people and address them and give them information about a flight, I mean, you have instantly 1,000 eyes on you, or 500 pair of eyes, however you want to look at it.
Mm.
And you know, so you have all these eyes staring at you, and yeah, you're going to be nervous. And I always tell them, I said, act like you know what you're doing. And when you act like you know what you're doing, you're going to come off like you know what you're doing. They're going to believe you know what you're doing.
Basically, that's like what I always say: power perceived is power achieved.
Yeah.
You know, pretend you're a big shot badass, and guess what? You're going to be treated like a big shot badass.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to know. Just don't be a butthole.
So I always used to tell them, I said, go act for them.
So what is this? What are you guys talking about? You know, I'm not going to jump on the McRae thing, the Andrea, and say she's a killer or she's trying to kill her husband, because I don't know if that's true. I would like to think it's not. I hope it's not.
I hope it's not.
But it's just too early to tell any of that. And yeah, don't start jumping on people because they think one way or the other. I'm totally on Dre's side for sure.
Hello, Butts.
And but yeah, there's no need to be nasty to each other for any of that stuff. Let's just see how this plays out. Let's focus on Marvon right now. He's hopefully, don't know yet, but hopefully he's starting to come around. You know, baby steps, right? And,
absolutely, baby steps, everything in moderation,
and
that even includes drugs. I mean, they're okay,
thing.
just in moderation.
Yeah, no, don't do drugs. Don't listen.
Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad.
Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad.
Remember that commercial? This is drugs.
Have you watched Vanessa earlier? Yeah, don't do drugs.
This is your brain on drugs.
Yeah.
And then we could do a shot of Vanessa. This is you on drugs.
This is you on drugs instead of a fried egg. Yeah, so if you're interested in seeing more of Vanessa, just do hashtag VT Chronicles or her name, Vanessa Tijerina. And go to my page, you'll see it all over the place. But you can do that hashtag anywhere and you'll find it. I did reach out to another guy. What's his name? Cheeseman something. Dang it, I can't think of the page right now. He replayed the video of Dre visiting Vanessa live that night, and he had a lot to say about it. So I reached out to him and said, "Hey, let's talk this over, so you know what went on that night." So you know, carefully reaching out to the right people. If this KJ is not a good person, or it's a bad page or bad info, I'll find out too. I haven't looked into it enough, but eventually, you know, like I said, right now, let's just focus on Marvon and what's happening there. We'll get to that at another time. Yeah, Cheeseman report. There you go. Thank you, Danny Flores. I did reach out to him, and he responded back. So hopefully, we'll get something in the next couple of days and just have a little conversation. All right. Well, that's all I got for tonight. I'm a happy camper. That's great news. I'm glad Letitia got to see her son, Marvon.
Absolutely. That's
It's-
exciting.
Spent some time there, and he responded, which is great. I'm not saying he's awake. I know I got a little excited earlier and said he was awake. Apparently, right now he's not awake. Oh yeah, about videos. Molly's got some kind of video. Bam, do your tap dance again so they can look for this video.
Let me entertain you. Let me make you smile. My mother, who got me into this business, said, keep them begging for more and don't give it to them.
Oh, I found it. Pooh, beautiful.
What movie was that from?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Gypsy, Rose Lee.
I found the video. Molly said we can play. It's 12 minutes long, so it's not that bad.
All right, play it.
12 minutes. It's about a Marine, a son, a brother. Cut it out now. Go back to TV gossip. Okay. All right. It's only 12 minutes. We'll wrap it up with this video and then we'll say goodbye afterwards. All right. Here we
go.
Oh boy. Okay. Molly Golightly is ready for bed, but I have to say something just before I go to bed. Where do I start? Actually, I'm just going to tell you the truth. So I just found out the truth. And this does involve Katie, and this does involve Sherelle. So what happened was...
Yeah, and I don't know who this Sherelle is. There's another YouTuber, I guess. I don't know anything about her. I don't know anything. So I'm not going to claim to lean one way or the other on it. I know nothing about her.
That's awesome, Debbie.
Informed by Marvon's family that they don't want to deal with Katie. Actually had nothing to do with Sherelle. And because I was on Justin's panel and I said a certain YouTuber, Katie switched and turned that around. Very smart, very slick. I didn't realize how evil you actually can be. So you got her heated and you got me heated at the same time. And you're up there on Facebook saying, you don't want to mess with Sherelle because Sherelle goes hard. Well, guess what? I said what I said and I meant it, but now I'm finding out the truth. So, Katie, I have a bunch of text messages from Marvon's family. Okay, you don't want these out. You don't want these out. And I know you don't. So I don't know why you can't just accept it. That this family, you must have done or said something to them that made them feel a certain way. Now, Sherelle, don't know you, don't care to know you. I'm not here to kiss anybody's ass. But what I did hear is that I just want the views. Okay, well, this is the difference between you and me. You're talking about Wendy Williams and her state of mind at the lowest point of her life. I'm helping a family who needed help. I was contacted by the people of Facebook. So weeks ago is when I was asking for help. The help that I got was from actually Katie and Justin and Elle. More importantly, the groups from Facebook. Now, I know you don't like to do a lot of research. That's just what I'm hearing. I guess you find other ways to spend your time. There's no reason to be angry with me, but one thing that I don't like is that people are saying that you said that it's okay now. I can step out and move out of the way. No, you don't get to say that 2.5 weeks later after we did all the work. Now, you also said that I want all the fame, the guts, the glory, the praise. I never asked for that. I never assumed that because all the information that I got was from immediate family and everything that I got from the exposed group on Facebook. I don't know if you know this, but Letitia and I speak every day. Miss Sherelle and I speak every day. Miss Letitia tonight said that if it wasn't for you and Justin, I would not have been able to see my baby. So if you take that as we just want all the credit, I think that you're mistaken. Credit for what? What credit are we getting? All we got was a thank you. Now, what does bother me is I don't think that anyone should be making money off the story if they're not donating. And if they don't have the money to donate, I think they should be putting out the GoFundMe. I think that that's fair. So, Katie, take your cease and desist. Don't even bother because it will be torn up.
Good
and
for you.
don't ever, either of you, ever try and intimidate me with, you don't want to mess with me. Well, guess what, sweetheart? I'm very confrontational, and I'm not confrontational behind a computer because that's pretty PUSSY to me. Okay? So
I agree.
I don't understand why you're now making this full of drama, because guess what? You can't say, oh, yeah, well, now we're bringing this to light and now you and Justin can move over. No, we're in way too deep. Okay? And I put all of this mockery and effery on you, Katie. How you can have it in your empty heart and black soul that this is all about drama, because that's all you're doing. You're not helping the situation. And you want to know something? You had a shot. Okay? People were telling me really bad things about you, but you had a shot. Okay? The only thing that's ever come good out of this in the past couple of weeks is that we helped a family get to Arizona, and we helped a mother and a family be able to see Marvon. Okay? Katie, you were not asked to jump on this story, nor were you, Sherelle. You weren't asked.
He's right.
And a lot of you big ones did get emails. And what did you just do? You just didn't want to talk about it.
Ignored it. Yeah.
I was the only little tiny baby channel, and I'm still a little channel. You guys have more subs than me. You know what? I congratulate you for your high sub count, but it doesn't matter how many subs you have. It's about the people that are watching your videos are going to know if you're sincere. Katie, I appreciate the fact that you definitely did donate something. And I know that your intention was to raise money for them. That I'll give you. But you're not going to continue to harass these people because it's just not right. This is not the time. You can try and bully me all you want. Like I say to everybody, consider the source. Sherelle, if you think that you're going to tell me and Justin, all right, we got it, the Black community got it, now you guys can step aside, that's not going to roll, sweetheart. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You might not like that I'm a Puerto Rican. You might not like it that Justin's white, but it doesn't matter. We're not looking at it like a race situation. I'm told that you really want to push this race situation, okay? This is about a botched, lackluster, haphazard police report that my son could have wrote a better police report. This is an injustice to a Marine, to a human being. I don't care what color he is. He was a gentleman, and his family deserves more respect. Take the drama and just go like this out of respect for the family. Both of you, please. I'm asking you both. Just go like this and just stop. I won't mention you. You don't got to mention me. Just wait till it's over. And you can talk about what a horrible person I am. But if you're
Yeah.
going to talk about him, I would really like it if you would push the GoFundMe, Sherelle, to kind of help them out. Because you want to know something? I'm taking money out of my savings for my son's car, his birthday present in November. Okay? I don't need to make these big donations, but I want to help. And this is the way I help. I don't know what to do. Okay? I don't know what to do in these situations. All I know how to do is talk to people and gain their trust and be honest with them. We're not here to fight. I think that Marvon's life matters no matter what color he is.
All lives matter.
Remember, he's
Agreed.
a veteran.
Agreed.
And he's a gentleman. And his family has been nothing but lovely to me. And I'm sorry that it bothers you guys that Miss Letitia came on and thanked me and Justin tonight for what we did. And Justin was in tears. It's the first time I saw him in tears. So you know what? It's working. So if you guys can agree to put any miscommunication aside, I'm totally fine with that. I'm not even like mad. I'm just like kind of disgusted because I know how you work, Katie. I haven't been watching you long, but I've heard enough of these stories about you where I'm just like, enough is enough. Not for nothing, but enough is enough. If you truly cared about this family, then you would do what they're asking. Please leave them be and let them be with their son. And that's it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Oh, look at this. Justice for Summer. See? We still care about Summer. And Mary O, drama girl, shame on you. You came to my house. You ate my food. You sure didn't have a problem.
Don't know about that
with
one.
me talking about the Watts, did you?
But the other story is
Slept
Summer Wells.
in my bed.
Look up Summer Wells. I'll put something up on that.
Bedroom. You ate my food. You broke bread with me. More than enough. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Get your life together. You need to stop it with 24 hours on YouTube, thinking that you're somehow going to get like some accolades for trying to say something negative about me and call me a pimp, a tragedy pimp. What have you ever accomplished
Tragedy
in your
pimp.
entire life?
Tragedy pimp.
Anything?
In other words, I would think
No.
whatever tragedy,
You're a follower.
Molly's going to get behind it, support it, and
You're a
raise money
follower,
for it.
and you're a wimp.
That's what I think she meant by tragedy.
You're a
pimp.
wimp.
Yeah.
And I caught you.
I just never heard
You
that
don't
term
like
before.
that.
Tragedy.
Neither
You're
have I,
fake.
but that's what I'm assuming.
More than enough.
And you know what they say about assumptions?
Oh my goodness.
They are the
So
mother of all
sad.
fuck-ups.
Alrighty. Those little feuds going on, well, look into it later. Don't know if I'm going to get into it or not. At least I want to at least find out what they're all about. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about. That I just want to get in the middle of that. I'm not in the middle of it. She had to say a few things.
And as far as I'm concerned, we'll never be in the middle of it.
Yeah, we're not. I'm not.
I don't want to get in the middle of it.
Bam and I are going to be on the fishbowl outside looking into the fishbowl.
Remember the old people aquarium? This is us staring into the people aquarium.
Yeah. Well, hey, what she did was commendable. She helped. She assisted. She donated money. She always showed the Cash App saying, this is what I'm going to send her right now. $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800. This is what I want to send her right now. And she would keep showing, this is what I want to send her right now. And she would,
and that's great. If you can afford it, by all means, do it. I wish I could afford to send her something, but I can't even afford to put food in the damn house half the time.
and it's people donating that, she's able to put money together plus whatever she gave from her own. And she assisted. She did in getting Letitia to see her son. And how can you knock that? If anybody's knocking it, how can you knock that?
I couldn't knock that if I tried.
Other issues I don't know about. I'm not going to worry about those right now. Some people don't like her for whatever their reason, and that's fine. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. It's been an eventful 2 hours and 10 minutes. It's been very good.
Yeah.
We've had the VT Chronicles of Vanessa, Bam's favorite
Crackhead TV.
And we got the news. We heard from Von's mom on Molly's page. We played that audio.
That was exciting.
Yeah, nice conversation. Nice. It was nice to hear Letitia speak. And so more to come tomorrow. Any updates? I'll be back with you guys. But I believe I'm done for the evening. How about you, Bam?
Well, I think I've had my fill of my Crackhead TV. Although, I must say, there was a couple of things that she said actually made sense and that I would agree with.
Yeah.
But maybe like that much, maybe that much. Not a whole lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I could agree with just like maybe 0.03% of what she said, and I would get behind it and support it. But she is my entertainment. I guess you could say she's my crack.
Somebody was asking about the timestamp of her mom speaking. I can. As soon as we get offline, I'll look it up real quick and I'll post it in the comments. All right, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with us again for another very interesting and exciting episode of Manny Behind the Mic. Started off with the VT Chronicles and moved over to Justice for Marvon and hearing the good news there. Anything else further we get, I'll post it tomorrow. We'll go live, I'm sure. And have a great night. Don't forget Manny's merch for 4 days starting Thursday. Free shipping. Good chance to get your T-shirts, coffee mugs, and whatever else. There's a lot of onesies. Your onesies for the baby.
Yeah, maybe you need to put "Don't Be a Carl" on a onesie.
Yeah, there you go. Tell that story. That's a good one. All righty. Everyone have a great night. Appreciate you stopping by and visiting with us for a little while. It's always fun. You guys are great. I love your comments. You guys are freaking awesome. All right.
Have a great night, guys. One planet, one people. Hasta luego.